Here's a detailed breakdown of Titanic, 1997, with the best scene, interesting and unknown facts, and the movie's reception. The I'm flying scene, one of the most iconic and romantic moments in cinematic history, is the I'm flying scene, where Jack, Leonardo DiCaprio, stands at the bow of the ship with Rose, Kate Winslet. As Rose spreads her arms, Jack holds her from behind, and she proclaims, "I'm flying, Jack." This scene perfectly encapsulates the love, freedom, and fleeting joy experienced by the characters before the tragedy of the Titanic unfolds. The stunning visuals of the ship cutting through the ocean, accompanied by James Horner's sweeping score, make this scene unforgettable. Honorable mention: the sinking sequence where the Titanic breaks apart and finally goes under the icy waters is visually spectacular and emotionally devastating. It's a masterclass in combining visual effects, practical stunts, and heart-pounding tension, showcasing the sheer scale of the disaster. Interesting and unknown facts. James Cameron's passion for the Titanic. Director James Cameron had a lifelong fascination with shipwrecks, which led him to undertake 12 dives to the actual wreck of the Titanic. He used footage from these dives in the film, blending real imagery with CGI to recreate the ship's sinking with stunning accuracy. The diving footage was also used as inspiration for the ship's detailed recreation. The Heart of the Ocean was based on a real gem. The fictional blue diamond necklace, Heart of the Ocean, was inspired by the infamous Hope Diamond, a large blue diamond that has a history of being cursed. Although no such necklace was aboard the actual Titanic, the addition of this piece in the film added to the narrative's romance and mystery. Leonardo DiCaprio almost didn't get the role. The role of Jack Dawson was initially offered to Matthew McConaughey before Leonardo DiCaprio auditioned. James Cameron was impressed by DiCaprio's charm and screen presence, and it's hard to imagine anyone else in the role now. Kate Winslet suffered hypothermia. During the famous water scenes, where Rose floats on a piece of debris after the Titanic sinks, Kate Winslet was not wearing a wetsuit in the cold water, leading her to suffer from mild hypothermia. She later admitted that the experience was grueling but necessary to portray the situation realistically. The costumes and sets were incredibly accurate. James Cameron was meticulous in recreating the interiors of the Titanic, using the original blueprints to ensure accuracy. The lavish sets and costumes were designed to reflect the grandeur of the ship's first-class accommodations, down to the silverware and linens, which were replicated from the real Titanic. The iceberg scene had only one shot. The moment when the Titanic strikes the iceberg was filmed in one continuous shot, using a life-sized replica of the ship. Cameron wanted to capture the real-time panic of the crew and passengers, adding to the tension and realism of the scene. Alternate ending. An alternate ending was filmed in which Brock Lovett, played by Bill Paxton, tries to stop Rose from throwing the Heart of the Ocean into the sea. The scene was cut because test audiences found it too jarring and preferred the more subtle ending where Rose lets the necklace go in private. Movie reception. Box office success. Titanic was an unprecedented box office hit, grossing $2.195 billion worldwide during its original release, making it the first film to cross the $1 billion mark. It held the record as the highest-grossing movie of all time until it was overtaken by Avatar in 2009, another James Cameron-directed film. Titanic also had a record-breaking run of 15 consecutive weeks at the top of the U.S. box office. Critical reception. Critics praised Titanic for its stunning visual effects, compelling performances, and emotional depth. On Rotten Tomatoes, it holds an 88% approval rating, with the consensus being a mostly unqualified triumph for Cameron, who offers a dizzying blend of spectacular visuals and old-fashioned melodrama. The love story between Jack and Rose resonated with audiences, and the film's historical recreation was widely applauded. Awards and nominations. Titanic dominated the Academy Awards, winning 11 Oscars, including Best Picture, Best Director, James Cameron, Best Original Song for My Heart Will Go On, and Best Visual Effects. It is tied for the most Oscar wins with Ben-Hur, 1959, and The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, 2003. Celine Dion's My Heart Will Go On. The film's theme song, My Heart Will Go On, performed by Celine Dion, became a global sensation. Despite Cameron's initial hesitation to include a song in the film, it went on to win an Academy Award and a Grammy, and it remains one of the best-selling singles of all time. Fan reception. Titanic was beloved by fans, with many going to see the movie multiple times in theaters. The love story between Jack and Rose became iconic, and the film's emotional depth and tragic ending left a lasting impact on audiences. The film continues to be praised for its groundbreaking visual effects, emotional performances, and grand scale, making it a timeless classic. In summary, Titanic is not only a technical and visual masterpiece, but also an emotional journey that has resonated with audiences worldwide. Its mix of romance, historical drama, and epic scale, coupled with little-known behind-the-scenes details, cemented its legacy as one of the greatest films in cinema history.